AKA, we looked around. Obviously, Cruz is doing incredibly well, and we're looking at a collaboration with a superstar. We looked internationally for music stars that would fit the Cruz brand, and there's a homegrown star here in South Africa, AKA being the #1 star in South Africa. Woo! Also, also in terms of, if we just looked at the positioning of both brands are sexy, both brands are involved in music, both brands are involved in art, and both brands are fashion brands. And Cruz is very, as you know, has been very involved in fashion. We're the official sponsors of the South African Fashion Week. And then also, if you look at AKA's success and where he is, I mean, as you all know, he's the only South African, or the first South African, should I say, and the only to date musician that has appeared on the front page of, or the front cover of the GQ magazine, which is obviously an international magazine. So the collaboration just made perfect sense. But also underlining that, that's on the marketing and the advertising side, there's certainly been a like-mindedness in terms of when we sat with AKA, in terms of our vision for our brand, his vision for his brand, the collaborations and the exciting things that we can do going forward in terms of a whole lot of things, in terms of new innovations, in terms of product, in terms of joint ideas, in terms of contributions to certain charities, etc. So there's a like-mindedness between AKA and ourselves. But first and foremost is that we're in bed with South Africa's #1 superstar musician.
You know, there's been a lot of collaborations when it comes to South African musicians, especially hip-hop musicians, as you see with other brands, recently. But for me, I feel like I've had a lot of things come my way. I've said no to a lot of things. Sometimes it's about the power of saying what you say no to, as opposed to what you say yes to. And I've always waited for a deal to come my way, which was a perfect fit for me. And I can confidently say that this is, that fit for me. Cruz Vodka, by the association, for instance, with South African Fashion Week, they've been involved with South African Fashion Week for many, many years now. Has shown that they're willing to put investment behind South African art, South African fashion, South African music, and South African pop culture, which is really where I think our two roads intersect. I feel like I'm in a great place in my career now. I've just started my own company, so which I think is awesome. And it's really the right time for me more than anything else. Cruz is the fastest growing luxury premium spirit brand in South Africa. For those people who don't know, Cruz has won many, many gold medals in international competitions, and is really a premium luxury brand when it comes to vodka coming out of the States. And for me, I feel like I'm kind of, somewhat a premium luxury brand. And I just think it's a great combination because, me being, at the top of my game when it comes to South Africa, Cruz being at the top of their game. For instance, as David had mentioned, I'm the first South African musician on the cover of GQ. They've been, sponsoring South African Fashion Week for many, many years, and it makes a lot of sense because I feel like the Cruz brand has a lot of potential. I feel like I have, a lot of potential. I've done, a lot and achieved a lot, but more than anything, Blue Sky Brands is a family business, as opposed to, no shade to the SABs or the protocols, whatever. This man actually started protocols, for those who don't know. And I feel like we can work closely together. I feel we can do something that's never been done before. And I'm not going to talk about figures, I'm not going to talk about money and things like that. You guys can ask those questions, but this is, from our estimation and the homework that we've done and the output that we're putting out, this is the biggest deal of its kind in the South African music industry.
The partnership will last, as what's called, we want it to last forever, if it can last forever. There's no real time set on it. We're like-minded and we just want the partnership to grow. We from our side and AKA from his side, and I'm speaking on behalf of him, we're certainly not looking at a short-term collaboration. I mean, we want this to grow from strength to strength and from year to year.